Morning, everyone. I am Akshaya Patnaik. I'm from Ece-B, studying in Length Engineering of Institute and Technology. Today, I'm here to share my views on the LS speaking activity, a video which is showed by our ma'am. It is this video is on Rana Daggubati, who a famous Tollywood actor is make he shared his views and how he grew up and how he entered the world of cinema. Firstly, he introduces himself and then he just he told he told that how he grew up in how he grew. Firstly, he thought for, at first he thought that Mahatma Gandhi is same as Ben Kingsley and also Charlie Chaplin with Adolf Hitler. Like he since he was a kid, he thought like that. And the first movie which was produced on screen was Harishchandra, which is uh, which is an action movie with no sound. After years evolved, this movie has got into a picture and a sound where actually cinema is about artists. Those artists create world. Those artists create a story and they tell their emotions and culture to the world. So, like this, when he grew up, along with his father, he moved to Hyderabad. Um, they introduced a cinema. They developed a land, and they produced a movie. So long, they continued this, expressing technology has evolved so much that movies made more clear, more effective with all those sound, visuality, making more. The engineers who developed this technology has made input into the movies make cinema more better. I think that he shared a clear view on his experience and his cinema. Uh, Later on, he was into the movies with a famous film. As we all know, Bahubali. He shared his views on this film. It was a great movie which shared those like the status of those kings who rule the world. Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Gayatri from Ece-B section. Here, I'm here to share the views of Rana. He shared what Rana shared about the movies and the Telugu industry. And by starting, Rana informs that when the uh, making of film industry is started, and he informs that it was a New Year weather who started the movies, and the first movie is the Raja Harishchandra in 1913. And Rana also shared his views about his family, and 50 years later how his grandfather started and entered into the movies. His grandfather used to live in a village, and he was usually a normal farmer. And and then his grandfather moves to the Chennai and started telling stories to the directors. And then and then Rana also shared his views about the biggest film. We all know that the Bahubali. And thank you.
Good morning. I'm Kavya from Ece-B section.
I'm sharing my views about YouTube of Rana's Takwadi TED Talk. So the first movie, the Luminar brothers were introduced the first movie in 1896, and then after some years later, uh, India has adopted a movie that is Raja Harishchandra in 1930. So it was like a black and white picture. After due to after television and media was technology was adopted, then the movies are introduced, uh, and also technology was uh, high rated. Rana shared his views about his grandfather. His grandfather came to Chennai to share his stories of movies. He was a farmer in Andhra Pradesh, so he started explaining the stories of actors. The actors were impressed, and he presented his movie in 1990 with black and white picture. Then after the movies were produced, and like actors are chanced, and the directors are increased, and the actors are increased, then the technology was also being increased. So later the movies are like with a color picture, and we all know that Bahubali is one of the great film of Rajmouli. So like that the films were adopted, and the KGF also a high rated movie with high reviews. So like that the movies were adapted and the technology was adapted. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanuja. I am from Ece-B. I would like to share my views on Rana's Lagubati's speech. Moving to the Rana's speech, first he tells us how the Indian film was discovered and who discovered the film. The Lumiere brothers discovered the film, moving images on screen, and then the technology has flourished, and the Indian film involved into the art with its featured film Raja Harishchandra in 1913. And next, Danas tells about his grandfather, and his grandfather name was Dr. Ramanaidu, and he is a farmer in his village in Andhra Pradesh. And later he went to Chennai to tell stories, and then they started a production house. And later the production houses developed very much, and now it is quite popular. And he also involved the importance of arts, uh, the workers who involved in that film. And he also concluded the speech with uh, how important each and everyone in the film they were, and he given importance to the everyone who involved in that film. And thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Keja Rajkumari from ECB. Today we just listen how Rana gave the speech on the films. Firstly, start that how films plays an important role during ancient time. The first film, in 1913, the first film was introduced. Harichandra introduced a lot. And he also says that the example of Bahubali movie is which gives different ideas and ways, and also he says that how his grandpa and his parents comes from in a farmer stage to in that. stage. His grandpa firstly initially he's a farmer in the village of Andhra Pradesh. After he used to tell stories and moves forward and giving different speeches, and he also and then thank you for being.
My name is Harika. I'm from Ece-B. Um, uh, to, uh, Today I'm going to speak about the speech which was given by Rana Daggubati. And in the beginning of the speech, Rana Daggubati told about how he was grown up, and he told that in his childhood he used to think that Charlie Chaplin as Adolf Hitler by watching these movies, and he also told that how movies came. The first movie was silent movie, and it was made in France, and in India we came up with the Raja Harishchandra movie. It was made in 1913, 1913, and he told about his production house, and his grandfather started the production house. Uh, mm, and his grandfather was a farmer in Andhra Pradesh, and his production house name is Suresh Productions, and he also showed a poster which was made by about the first movie which was made under their production house, and he also told what is production house, and um, how movies. Thank you.
A very happy morning, everyone. I am Murari. I am here before you to discuss about the evolutions occurred in entertainment media from the kings to present day. And during the kings, the kings wanted to expose their artists by showing their arts like dance, singing, and other performances. And later on, the art culture was went down, and then in the year 1894, when India was published their first movie on the screen, then the actual story has started. In the early 20th century was the first viewing of the movie. So the first movie in India, the first silent movie in India is Rajas Chandra, which was released in the year 1914. And then the evolution have started, and first movie with dialogues is Ara, it was released in the year 2031. And as the sound was introduced in the movies, and that's when as the effects were introduced in the movies, there were a lot of technical persons involved in the movies, and then the evolution started and the rise digital era. giving this opportunity to everyone for watching this.
Hello everyone, I am Dhaval studying Ece-B. Today I am here to discuss you about the Ramanagopal's TEDx talks with us. And in the talks, in the TEDx talks, Rama states the importance of the film and the feature of the film and the evolution of the film from the starting stages to the present stages. And he described about his production house, his dad's first film, his grown-up children, etc. All this in this video. And actually, this movie is evolved from the Lumia brothers in 1819. They featured in the first film. They show the screen the first film in the France, and they did it in 1900s, late 1900s, and it was evolved in India in the 1930. It's the feature film, the first feature film in India is Raja Harishchandra. It is the first silent film, and the first talking film is the Prahlada. And initially, there is no lot of infrastructure for the movie, and basically, on the evaluation of the cinema, infrastructure is a basic need. It became very basic need for the movies. India is very essential to our life. Okay, thank you.
Hello viewers, good afternoon. I'm Pallavi from second ECP. Today I would like to talk about the TED Talks of Rana Dagupati in a show. Actually, in this show, Rana Dagupati has talking about the movies, films regarding how the movies are grown up and how it was how it was how it was transformed from older from 1800s to 1900s and how it, from uh, actually from at first Indian films was Indian films were started from 1913 from in 19 Indian films. Actually, Rana Dagpati's first his father make a film in 1913. He is a farmer and he came from to Madras to tell the story. And the story was begins as Ramudu Bhimu. And later on, the movie's culture was changed. And the culture doesn't mean that changing of movies, artists and dancers. Like technology was changing. In before in before years, actually the movies was there's only one action. There is no as the movies are gone up, the technology was gone up. Movies are transforming as like a everything. And at the beginning of the movies, there was only we can visualize the films, but we can't hear the audio. And later on, as the technology was develops and the technology was develops, as the technology was growing as fast as not only movies and mobile, but also in the society also. First, Ravi's Dakota families has moved to the Hyderabad and they started a new production house for the movies to exhibit, to shoot, and to distribute the films to over many fields. And dancers, artists, culture. By this, the culture was started and it was changing day by day as we started. And thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kirtika from ECB. From ECB, first of all, thank you for this giving me this opportunity. Recently, TEDx Talks released the video about Rana Daggubati talking about storytelling. Rana Daggubati talked about the storytelling very interestingly. He's, he talked about his better father 50 years ago. He was a farmer and later he moved to Chennai for storytelling process, and he also took us on a journey from. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Good afternoon to everyone. I am Anusha from the Department of History. I firstly thank you for giving this opportunity. Here, the speaker tells about the evolution of movie. Recently, the EDX begins the redefining storytelling of the speech behind the movies. In this, he tells about the storytelling of the movie. Storytelling of the movie. Storytelling of the movie. In this first, the movie was introduced by the two brothers called Lumri. Two brothers called Lumri. Next, the movie, next the image, it was called the image movie. Next, the movie was introduced. Next, the movie was introduced by Rama Chandra in 1930. And next, when it was possible, he came there and watched. And next, I will start.
Good morning, everyone. I am Chandra of ECB. I came here to speak about TEDx speech by Rana Daggubati. He said, in early days, kings were ruling the countries, and there is a culture by musicians, actors, and everyone. But suddenly, the kings has disappeared, and the artist has came out. In 1984, Lumre brothers, who are the one who introduced movies in 1913, Raja Harishchandra is the first movie la- launched in the India. It was a soundless film with only acting. Later, later on, the movie has developed step by step with so much, so, so much passion and everyone. The actors are now getting remunerations. The total speak is about movies and its culture. Thank you.
My name is M. Kavyasri. I am from ECB. I was seeing a video that was the actor name is Rana Daggubati. Rana Daggubati takes some journey from starting starting from medieval age to contemporary age. Um, Rana Daggubati's grandpa's name is Rana Daggubati's grandpa was produced by the Harichandra Raju movie. It was the first movie in India in 1913. In 1913, and 1913,
was the movie in black and white picture. After some later, due to technical issues, to generate a new ecosystem that was colored and audio is audible. Mm, and thank you for giving this.